Welcome everybody to the live stream session. Every single another privilege, another space, another time, another atmosphere. Okay, what's wrong with me? I'm just kidding about that. So, guys, it's a privilege to be here one more time, and then every single person going to be joining, planning of joining, currently joined. We're not taking it for granted. You guys' presence means a lot. It's not take it for granted. So, guys, we just landed. Well, yeah, we've been actually fixing something, but here we are physically. I see you. So it's a privilege, and then it's another opportunity to be here. So if you're currently watching, gonna be watching, always getting you. So today's session stream, I'm just here right now, just like you're seeing me, and then we have a lot to talk about. Yeah, my always remember we can only give you wisdom. So we're back here to give you another wisdom, guys. Another wisdom, guys. My God. Okay, so that's it. We're here. Actually, we're going to be seeing that is on the thumbnail. Hey, we did not feel that, but we're gonna feel that. So we counted a lot of issues. Okay, but that's cool, guys. That's cool. That's pretty cool. So to be like, oh, who is this guy? What is this guy talking about? That kind of a thing. So we better give them a clearer picture, or more like get to tell them our name, and then what we stand for, and then it's more like they're going to be following us along. You get? So if you're watching navigate life with, so that's what we do from here. That's crucial some relevant topics that actually relates to life issues, help them navigate properly, and then you kind of that what I said sit on my thumbnail. I was actually having issue with that before I started the stream. I don't know. Maybe when I'm done with the stream, I will now fix it, then make it public. It's cool. So we're just going to move ahead to do our talkings. So today is more like the power of training, and then when we're even talking about at first looking at the word training, it's more like when somebody is actually trying to get better in something. Your training is something. Now let's take footballers for instance. You get to see many footballers or they go for training every particular time. And what's the objective there? They want to get better. Now training can be seen as a mixed or an opportunity to get better in something. Is to get better in something. Is space created that you go through in order to get better or become well. And then there is something fascinating in training that people still don't know. The way training is bigger than it looks like. People just call it training. Moreover, I call it that is like I say when I say the power of training. When you are training, you're actually trying to become better. You're trying to become who you have not become yet. It's a process. You go through process, you go through scratching, and most times it seems like or it looks like discipline. You're disciplining yourself. Yes, now because most often times you may not be happy doing it. That's discipline, and then that's training, and then it's bounds you to or in a routine to keep doing something. And then that's why you see footballers every day they are training, they are equipping their skills, and time comes when let's say Ronaldo, let me use all the world best players that you guys know, Ronaldo and Messi. Now at first Ronaldo. Yes, they said Ronaldo is skill, Messi is talent. That's true. That's what they said. And then if Ronaldo is skilled, that means he trained himself to that. Ronaldo was not born as a world best player or as a world. He was not just born a footballer. In short, Ronaldo was not born a footballer. He grew into it. He was growing up there, and then he saw that footballer being a footballer will, or he just feel that he loves football, and then he gets into it, and then he starts training himself and all of that, and then before you know it, it becomes part of him. He becomes one of the world's best players. That's just it. Nobody was born into any reality. Nobody was born into knowing how to play ball. Nobody was born into knowing how to speak. All these things is through training, and that is still why I want to point out something very, very fascinating. I said training, there is power, because you're not that like it's what gives you a space to become who you have not become, who you have not yet become yet. And then it's through the process of training, because at the process you're meant to, like something, you're meant to know the thing. I don't know, like you're meant to be skillful, you're meant to a kind of go through it. I've seen. So when we say the power of training is an emphasis, and then I'm trying to throw a highlight that we shouldn't despise training, because there's something it does to us, like training. It helps us become who we have not become. That is a space for that. You're not just going to born as a boxers, people that box. They were not born being boxers. The trained. They gave themselves, they gave their time and all of this. So my emphasis is not about the training. I'm driving somewhere. Stay with me. I'm driving somewhere. So when I mean the power of training, now it's more like an encouragement. Before I started stream, I said what we do is actually trying to develop young people's perspective and mind, way of seeing things, and then they are going to live better, because your living better is dependent on your knowledge. If you know better, that's when you stand the chance of living better. Now, you see some people we admire, we applaud for some talented people, for some excellent people, and then we're failing to understand one thing. We can as well do like them. We can do beyond them. We can do more than them. You did not hear what I said. I said most times, most often times, yes, we young people, not really young people, many people, we applaud and then we admire most talented people, and we fail to understand that that skill, whatever they are doing, we as well, we can still do it. It's just a matter of training. So I'm not here to motivate any young person. I'm actually here to tell any young person that cares that you're not limited. Yes, because most often times we limit ourselves by our mind, by what we think. Most often times our minds limit us before circumstances does. Obviously, so you get to see a lot of people, they are just underestimating themselves. They don't even feel that they can do anything. And then when you start thinking, because they said who you think like, you become like. So most often times it's dependent on our thinking, it's dependent on what was seen ourselves like, who we think that we are, what we think that we can achieve. If I'm seeing myself as the world's best streamer, bro, it's possible. Like, because most often times our results, or more like what we have to achieve, or more like what we stand a chance to achieve, is dependent on what we can see. They said, how far can you see? Your becoming is dependent on what you can see. If you don't conceive the idea, or if you don't see yourself ever reaching that level or ever becoming that, there's no way you cannot get into any reality that you did not plan for. This is it. If I did not plan to be a boxer, there is no way in my life I can be a boxer, because I did not plan for it. I'm not training to become one. Now, me being a boxer is that I consciously, deliberately train myself to it. I gave my time and everything. I want to be a boxer. It must be a choice. So if I did not plan for any reality, I cannot see myself in it. So what I'm saying is, training is a process, more like an opportunity, a room, a space to actually get yourself to the top, to get yourself to any reality, to anything, become anything. Is a free world. Have you seen? So when we say why talented people still struggle, because yeah, we also see that's why I stated out training at first doesn't have to do with talent. Mm, you can as well be talented. That's cool. If you're talented, we applaud for you. But even if you're talented, you still need to enhancing your skills. In other words, you need to sharpen it. If you're talented and then you are not doing anything about your talent, it becomes a wasted potential. This is it. Talent without executions turns to potentials wasted. So even if you're talented in any way, even if you have anything, even if you're getting to do anything with ease more than every single person, there is still need to enhancing it, there is still need to sharpen it, there is still need to learn more on that. When you stop learning anything, you start dying in that. That's a word of not that's not a motivational word. That is reality. If you stop learning something, you start dying in that. So at first, training helps you, it exposes you, it opens you up to a learning ground. It opens you up to adapt into a reality that you have not yet entered, into a reality that has not yet become your own reality. That's the process. And then we're saying why why are talented people about it? Your talent turns to a wasted potential. This how people get to lose their talent. Many people may be gifted, they are born, and then they see that they can play ball. Yes, is inbuilt at first, but if you did not give yourself to training, if you did not skill, you're going to lose it. It's going to be wasted. So even if you're good in, there is still need to train it. There is still need to learn more on it. Because knowledge, they said, you start dying in that. That's not physical there. That's just deficiency, like deficiating on it. So yeah, enhancing it, and that's why they say talent can hard work can beat talent when it fails to work out by not training more, and then hard work, consistency, and all of that beats talent. All what's it called? I've said a lot about training already. Now, we're still asking, what's the meaning of training? Now, at first, training is purposefully training yourself in a particular field, in a particular skill, in a particular category. It's more like you're not yet that. You're trying to. Because if, okay, if I'm a footballer already, to enhance, to sharpen the skill already, this is it. So I'm talking about training, push to reality that you don't even know. What was that? Flying around. Shit. So guys, that as a question gives access to what maybe the aspect of speed. Okay, guys, sorry, my network shifted. But I guess it's stable now. So guys, still talking